Hello and welcome to section 10.1, which is on areas of parallelograms and triangles. And so area of rectangles and parallelograms is base times height. We've done those before. The key thing here is they're adding in a little piece that if parallelograms, depending on their shape, you might need the altitude, which is the straight line from a vertex across so that it makes the right angle. So you might have to find the height if it's one of those slanted figures to be able to use the formula correctly. So my example here is a parallelogram has sides of 15 and 18 centimeters. The height corresponding to a 15 centimeter base is 9 centimeters. What is the height that would correspond to the 18 centimeter base? So in other words, this parallelogram, it's got to have the same area no matter what base and height that you use. In this case, base and altitude, because it must be a slanted figure if it's got different lengths. The height corresponding to the 15 centimeter base is 9. So then if you used 15 and 9 to find the area, it would be 135. So 135 divided by, we don't know, has to equal the 18. Because it has to equal the same area no matter which base and height you would use. Okay, so if you just take 135 and divide it by 18, it doesn't come out real nice, but it will come out right here. 7.5 centimeters is my answer. Areas of triangles, we've done those many, many times in the past. 1/2 base times height. Remember that the base could be any side. I mean, it really just depends on what kind of triangle it is. So you can't just say, well, the bottom of the triangle is the base, because sometimes it's not. It might be rotated, flipped around. You have to try to figure this out. So the height is the length of the altitude to the line containing that base. Again, you might have to find the altitude to be able to use the formula. Depends what the triangle looks like to begin with. So on this one, find the area of the triangle. It's a right triangle. And because it's a right triangle, those are the easiest ones there are. The two sides making the right angle will always be your base and your height. The hypotenuse is never the height. So it doesn't matter which one you use as the base and which one you use as the height, but you have to plug them into the formula. So 1/2 base height. So 1/2 of 6 by 4.5. 1/2 of 6 is 3. So I just have to take 4.5 times 3. So 13.5. And since it's area, it would be square yards. And we're going to do several examples together, so this should all come back to us from before. I'll remind you how to do the altitudes. So just bring this knowledge with you. I'll talk about it more the next time I see you. Have a good night.